Hey everybody, and welcome back to DualWield, where instead of actually trying, we're doing this! We're starting a new series on the channel. Bet you're tired of hearing that. Called the Game of the Month Awards. Rather than just doing a 20-minute video at the end of the year, we're going to be doing a 20-minute video every month. We're going to be talking about the worst, okay, and best games of every month, along with an honorable mention or two. Anyway, we've got a lot of catching up to do because it's already March by the time this video is uploaded, probably April. So let's start with January, a time to reflect on the year to come. So we've had some good games and some bad games come out that month. Let's just dive right into it.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
I gotta give it to The Inpatient, a PlayStation VR game that dropped towards the end of the month. This is the worst game for a couple reasons, one of them being I don't think we're quite there for VR yet. But on top of that, this is a roughly 3-hour experience and the price tag is still set at $40, with minor walking around, moving your hand to select speech options, and jump scares. Not only that, but it's a prequel to a really solid PS4 exclusive, Until Dawn. I'd much rather see a game like this blossom into another entry in this series rather than a gimmicky VR horror jump scare game. At least you can just watch other people play it so you don't have to, which is exactly what I did. What, you thought I was gonna buy this garbage?
Just a nightmare. No, they're real.
It's real. Get his son! Get his son! What the hell is he doing? Super Saiyan! Super Saiyan! What the fuck?
Dragon Ball FighterZ is the fighting game that fans of the series have been waiting for ages. No more of this awkward Xenoverse flying sideways shit, just good old-fashioned 2D fighting. The art is fucking masterful to a point where it almost looks like you're playing the cartoon. It really is a style of cell shading unlike anything I've ever seen before. And on top of that, a lot of the combos are super easy to pick up and perfect, and there's tons of different training modes to help you get better with the characters you want to use. I love how even characters like Yamcha, who are looked down upon in the series, are completely viable. It has a very Smash Brothers vibe to it, where anyone can be good with any character. All in all, Dragon Ball FighterZ is a very accessible and deep fighting game that's super stylized. I highly recommend it.
You best not look down on the great Yamcha!
Yamcha! Win!
Monster Hunter World rules. It's just the best. Newcomers to the series will be happy to know that this is the most accessible and fun entry to the franchise. The whole game is running around, fighting giant monsters, and using the spoils from those monsters to make dope weapons and armor. So the main part of the game, fighting and killing monsters, rewards you instantly and constantly. There's also 14 different weapons to pick from that you can switch between at any time, and you can run pretty much any quest with friends, so you can blend a lot of different fighting styles together. It's hella fun, and if you like games where you get to kick ass and use the rewards you get from kicking ass to kick more ass, I highly recommend getting it. It's a great game.
推薦組同士頑張ろうぜ乾杯
I got the job!
Yay, Dad! We knew you could do it!
Celeste is a 2D platformer made by Towerfall developer Matt Makes Games. It's fast-paced and forces you to think on your feet and use the environment around you, like using the physics of a moving platform to launch you across a chasm, or dash onto this one little spot that doesn't have spikes to move into the top right part of the level. I easily got obsessed with trying to get through certain sections over and over again, and this game wastes no time with putting you right back in to do so. Celeste requires pinpoint precision in certain parts, and it's one of the best looking games in this 8-16-bit style since Shovel Knight, with an amazing soundtrack and memorable characters to match. It's definitely worth picking up. Now let's move on to February, a time to fall in love and fall in love again with some ports and remakes. Ports, and remakes. There were a lot of ports and remakes that came out in February. I counted roughly about 11. While some of them were really good games, I really want to focus on brand new games that came out, so let's get started.
The world!
Metal Gear Survive. I haven't gotten around to playing a majority of the Metal Gear Solid games, but I still have the understanding that they're some of the best games out there. And good old Konami has done nothing but ruin every series they have under them, with Metal Gear being no exception. The only thing tying this game to the Metal Gear series is the fact that it's vaguely military. There's some bullshit about people being infected and turned into zombies, and you have to fight them in this barren, lifeless, boring sandbox survival world where you get to monitor your fluid intake and stamina? Yeah, fuck this game.
Good? Yeah, it alright.
Fee is a 3D platforming game that describes itself as a game without hand-holding told wordlessly through discoveries you make during gameplay. And to its credit, that's for the most part true. You spend a lot of time exploring these beautiful environments that, despite using a darker palette, still explore shades of reds and orange that are gorgeous, and accompanied by an airy and dreamy orchestra. At moments, Faye does feel kind of directionless, but it does stay true to not telling you where to go and letting you figure it out on your own, which is rare given today's gaming landscape. The environments are small enough where you don't get lost, but not too small where there's close to nothing to do. I would say it's not worth the full price I paid for it, and maybe wait for it to go on sale, but give it a shot if you're feeling adventurous.
It's actually quite nice.
Crossing Souls is amazing. It's like a beat-em-up version of Maniac Mansion. It's set in the 80s after a massive lightning storm and follows 5 friends who follow the hot tip from main character Chris's brother Dumbass Kevin, who found a dead body, and the kids go to check it out to find a stone that holds an ancient power that connects them to another realm in the past. Every character has different abilities that help them beat the shit out of hillbillies, glide across rivers with jetpacks, and slingshot across canyons. The soundtrack is super reminiscent of a film in the 80s, from the walking around themes to even the fight scenes. The game's art style does some wondrous stuff with its pixel art and still maintains its own identity through its hilarious dialogue and in-depth descriptions on everything you could possibly find. Crossing Souls is a humorous, kick-ass, fun romp through an 80s sci-fi movie, and I highly recommend it. That about does it for our Game of the Month awards. Were there any games I missed? Are there games that you really liked in January and February that I didn't talk about? Leave a comment and maybe we can argue about it rather than having some healthy discussion. There are other videos you can watch. They should be in this general area. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. And have a good one. Bye.